Hello all, how y'all doing this weekend? Welcome in, this is the Howdy Tech Show, or Hanging Out with Dave as I used to call it. Welcome in, this is a little live stream that I do here every weekend. Here lately I've been doing some news articles that I've come across. Kind of give an update on the channel, stuff like that, show my appreciation to the community, give the community a chance to come in and hang out with me. So, what is this? Episode 96, I believe, this week, right? I think. 96. I've been doing this for quite some time. As far as this week's articles, we have Radeon GPRO X080 and X060 graphics cards. What are those? Well, we're going to find out today. Also, the 3090 Ti. And also the 3050 rumor. Right now, there's a lot of focus on GPUs and whatnot because the prices are totally outrageous and they ain't nowhere to be found really. So I figure the GPU would be a good thing to cover, I guess. For everything that we're going to do today, everything we're going to talk about, all the links will be in the description below. Your way down, check out them articles if you want to do some more reading on what we talk about today. Don't forget to do all that fun YouTube stuff, that subscribe button, notification, the like, dislike, the comments, I answer the comments back as soon as I can, which I'm a little bit behind on them. I'm hoping to get caught up on them this afternoon and tomorrow here sometime. There is a few disclaimers I throw out at the beginning of each one of these shows. Number one, this is my day off, or I've worked all day, one or the other, so I do enjoy me a cold beverage, alcoholic beverage. I drink cold Budweiser while I do the show. So cheers to y'all. Hope this weekend's finding you well. Also, I am a truck driver by trade, so my language ain't always the best. I try to keep it to the bare minimum. Especially through the gameplay, which I forgot to mention. We will be playing some more PC Builder Simulator this weekend. We'll be playing the IT expansion where we left off last time. But there is a little bit of foul language that may slip out. Like I said, I try to keep it to a bare minimum, but it does happen from time to time. If the drinking or the cussing offends you too bad, this ain't the right live stream for you. I'm sorry. I hate to see anybody leave. But it is what it is, I am the way I am, and it is my day off. We'll go down through the articles I found for this week, which was kind of hard to do because everybody was on the Cyber Black Friday deals and Cyber Monday deals, and there wasn't a whole lot of articles I could find on the internet about hardware or anything like that, which that's what I try to stick to, hardware-related info. But I did come up with a few. There's a few other ones I didn't throw in the title, but we'll be going through those. So I guess, and then again, I forgot to mention, but I do also have a PC port picker list we'll be going through this week. It's about a $2,000 Alder Lake build. Thereabouts. It's actually a little over budget, but sometimes it's kind of hard to keep them in check, especially when the prices are so outrageous. So let me get the articles pulled up here and we'll start going down through these articles. Today's articles, we got 1, 2, 3 from WCCFTech. We got 1, 2 from PC Gamer. And we got 1 from Tom's Hardware. Some of these articles are rumored. So you need to kind of keep that in mind and take it with a grain of salt. They may come to, and they may not come to. Let's flip you guys over here if I can figure out how to do this. Okay, there we go. Am I up there in the corner? I think I'm up there in the corner. But we're going to start out. WCCFTech. Sapphire GPRO X080 and X060. Crypto mining cards. Features the AMD Navi 22 and Navi 23 GPUs with a headless design. We've seen these before back in 2016, 15, 16, 17. whenever the crypto mining boom went on last time, they put out these kind of cords. Basically, they're a GPU without no outputs. Or they may have one or two outputs in the back of them, but they don't have as many as what your regular cords has got. Apparently, they got one HDMI and one display port. This one here don't have any display ports or anything at all on it. They put these out to try to get miners to use these instead of the regular GPUs. It's killing the market right now. They do much good? No, not really. Are they gonna do much good this time around? I don't think so. If you, like I said, the articles is linked in the description. If you actually want to go, if you're interested in one of these, maybe you're a miner. So yeah, the links is in the description below if you would like to read up on these cards. I ain't gonna spend a whole lot of time on them because, like I said, it's a way that AMD is trying to get miners to use these cards instead of graphics or, the gaming cards that's being used for mining. You ain't gonna see much of a difference. It ain't that big of a thing. If you're a gamer looking for a GPU, it may free up a few graphics cards, but it ain't gonna have the impact they're hoping for it to have. You want to read through the specs or whatnot. It kind of makes it a little bit harder whenever the market crash for crypto mining and all these things come on the market for sale. A lot of people think they're buying a gaming card and they really ain't. It is what it is. I don't know. I thought it was kind of interesting that doing it again. Like I said, last time when crypto was real big, it didn't do much good. But I guess AMD's at least trying something to help with it. About all I got on that one. I ain't spending a whole lot of time on it. 3090 Ti. This is a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt. We have Nvidia's flagship GeForce RTX 3090 Ti graphics card to feature Micron's fastest 21 GBps DDR6X memory. So basically, they're saying that they're going to come out with a 3090, or a 3090 Ti, which will definitely perform better than the 3090. Hopefully it does. But to me, it still ain't gonna get your hands on one. It's kind of strange to come out with the 3090 Ti right now with the 4000 series right around the corner. The price may be kept up the same as $1,500 US for the MSRP. You're looking at about 5% improvement over the 3090. Maybe, but then again, Nvidia ain't supposed to be producing cards for the public anymore right now. They're supposed to be putting a hold on them. So I don't see why they're coming out with a 3090 Ti when the 40 series is right around the bend, and they're holding back on graphics cards right now anyway. So it don't make much sense why they'd be coming out with a new one. I believe through here someplace they do give a date or expected date for it. Where's it at? But it draws over 400 watts of power, so you're gonna need a pretty good power supply to be able to pull that kind of GPU power. And that ain't for the whole system. That is just for the graphics card. 5% improvement over the 3090. Yeah. At least they're staying within the same 3000 series and giving you a little bit better performance, I guess. But yeah, that's the 3090 Ti that's rumored to come out. Like I said, I thought they had a release date in here or around about time for the release, but I'm not seeing it right now. I don't know if you guys are really interested in that or not. Regros, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. What I'm really looking forward to is Linux development is Windows, and these new tabs will restrict the menus of most. Message retracted. I wasn't even through it all the way, buddy. Glad you decided to stop in and hang out with me this weekend. But yeah, I don't know. It's a rumor. It may come to. It may not come to. Like I said, I don't know why they're coming out with a 3090 Ti now so late, whenever the 4000 series is right around the bend next year. But I don't think it's going to do much for the video cards as far as the shortage goes, but it might. We'll have to see if it actually comes to, and see if it actually helps anything. It's like the last article, they're doing it to try to help the gaming market, which I don't believe is going to do much good, but that's just my personal opinion. Next, we have another rumor. So again, take it with a grain of salt. Nvidia GeForce RTX 3050 rumored for Q2 of 2022. Launch expect to be faster than the GTX 1660 Super. I need to learn English. That's alright. I'll make heads or tails of it one way or the other. The 3050's rumored to launch in Q2 of 2022, so that would be sometime after April. You're looking at better than 1660 Super performance. Well, it's just about time they get down into the lower end stuff. Features 3072 CUDA cores, 24 SM units. So it'll be more of a budget option, which still ain't gonna get it. Based on the performance figures, the Nvidia 1350 is going to be competitive against Navi 24, 6500, and 6400. Didn't even know them two existed. But hopefully they'll be able to get this thing released and bring the price down on them. I don't see it happening. What's that down here? 1350 Ti, 1350. They're saying about 209, 259, depending on which one you want. It's nice for them to start releasing some of the more budget cores. They've been out for a while, 30 series 8. They're still the newest, but they've been out for quite some time. Of course, with all everything going on in the world, I think that's why they've been holding off on releasing some of these lower SKUs. And they make more profit on the high end. So, I can't blame them for that, I guess. They are a business and they are out to make money. Of course, there ain't a whole lot of information here to go over. It's all to be determined, and it's all guesstimation at this time. Of course, you can't even get the 3060 for the $329 price tag. 3060 Ti for 400. Them MSRPs is a joke. But yeah, I like to see them come out with something that's on the lower end or more of the budget side of things. The 3050 with only 4 or 8 gigs of RAM, you may be able to get these. Miners may not be as much into these, but the 3050 Ti with that 12 gigs of RAM, I don't think we're gonna the gamers are gonna get much of a hand up on them. Maybe if they release them, maybe we can get some of the better cards back in stock. But like I said, it is a rumor. We'll have to see if it comes to pass or not, or when it comes to pass. Of course, I know they'll come out with them. It's just a question of when. And if they will come to pass in time to make a difference within the GPU market. I think for right now, for quite a while, we're just kind of screwed as far as GPUs go. Unless they do go to proof of stake instead of proof of work for the mining. Alright. These ones here ain't really in the title, no place. AMD is, well, it's rumored again. Take it with a grain of salt. Could AMD switch its manufacturing from TSMC to Samsung? I don't know if AMD is blaming TSMC for not having enough silicon or being able to provide what they need. Again, the article is listed below if you'd like to read up on it. Basically, I guess AMD is thinking about it or considering changing manufacturers for the silicon. Of course, TMC is down to gonna be rolling out a 5 nanometer node for the Zen 4 processors. Are they gonna switch before then? It's hard to tell. If they're even going to do it, it may be just rumored and speculations, and it may never come to be. But I guess it's a possibility. Yeah, I don't have much to say on that, but I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference if they go from TSMC to Samsung. Samsung's getting pretty hard as well with the orders and not being able to keep up with what they have to do already, let alone taking on AMD as well. But that is kind of, it says it's definitely a possibility. But, the manufacturer of them really don't matter if it's Samsung or TSMC. They've both been doing it for a long time. They both have a lot of experience in it. They both, and I don't think it's going to make much of a difference to us, the end consumers, if it's Samsung or TSMC that's making the dies. I don't see why it's going to make that big of a difference to us. And last week we talked about this. I think last couple of weeks we've talked about this. Nvidia's RTX 40 series. Now they say it could be arriving sooner than expected. As 2021 draws to a close, we will be looking ahead, brewing in 2022. Which 2022, there's gonna be some new stuff come out, just like every year. Let's see here where they get down into the release dates of these things. End up being called. Yeah, we know about all that. That's been rumored for a long time now. Which the launch must be much sooner. It may be Q1 of 22. I believe before they were saying it was going to be Q3 of 2022. Now the rumor is it's going to be Q1, which means somewhere between January and March they're supposed to be launching these. Kind of makes that 3090 Ti a little bit more skeptical to me. If they're going to be coming out with these things within the next 3 months, the 40 series cards. GPUs are snapping up to compete with the RX40 and RND A3. So we may be getting them newer graphics cards a little bit sooner than what they was expecting by 6 months or so. Again, take it with a grain of salt. I don't see them pushing them forward if they ain't ready. But if crypto mining still sticks with the proof of work, we still ain't going to see them. It don't matter. It ain't going to make that much of a difference. Actually, you'll probably see the 30 series cards come on because they're going to be replacing with the 40 series because it's going to be such an uplift in mining capabilities. So, yeah, there is that. Hopefully the mining comes in pretty soon. Next, we have Nvidia taps TSMC's 5 nanometer for the RX40 series GPU architecture. Okay, so they're going to go to or use more TSMC, and AMD is thinking about leaving TSMC. So they're basically saying the 40 series is going to be on the 5 nanometer instead of the 7 nanometer like the 3000 series is. Like I said, at the beginning, I had a hard time finding any kind of news articles this week. Everybody was talking about the deals on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, which is already done and passed. But, they're going from a 7 nanometer process, looking into TSMC's 5 nanometer process. Which means it should be better performance with less power draw, hopefully. It's supposed to be. That's normally the reason for shrinking the dies on CPUs or GPUs. You get better performance, less power needed, which means less heat, which means it'll be easier to cool. But yeah, that's the last story we got for today. Like I just mentioned, and I mentioned earlier, I had a hard time coming with any kind of thing for as far as tech news goes this week. It's been pretty slow. Everybody was wanting Black Friday deals and Cyber Monday deals and stuff like that. But I found them a little bit interesting. It is all about the GPU this week. Which that's on a lot of, especially PC gamers, is on a lot of their minds. They want to know when they're going to actually be able to get the GPU like they want, which ain't going to be no time soon, I don't think. I think it was last week we talked about that, and Nvidia CEO Jensen says he's speculating until 2023. That we ain't gonna see any relief from the shortages and whatnot. Next we got, every week here lately, I've been trying to put together a PC port picker list. I haven't got much feedback from anybody on the price point you guys like to see PC port picker list put together or whatnot. So I've just been kind of randomly doing them myself. This week we got a $2,000 port list, or thereabouts. It's actually a little over budget. 2,000, I guess that helps flip you over here, huh? There you go, don't get dizzy. I flipped you over on your head. It's $2,074. That's with a promo discount. It is an Alder Lake build. For the processor, we have the Intel Core i7 12700K. I was going to go with the 12900K, but they're so expensive it ain't funny. Even if this one is $420, which is supposed to be pretty good, have over 30% savings on it. And of course, this is what's got the $20 promotional code. There ain't a mail-in rebate. If you decide to pick up 12700K through Newegg at least, put in this code right here, and you can save yourself $20. Not bad, I guess. So I'd knock it down to about $400 instead of $420. Not a bad little savings. Of course, Intel, right now, the newest and the latest, flagship, Alder Lake, That's why I kind of picked it for this week. These CPUs don't come with actual coolers. To fit into the case, and to be able to keep that 12700K nice and cool. Everybody knows them in the 12900K is a little bit of a heat hog. We went with the Be Quiet BW007 Pure Leap 280mm all-in-one water cooling system. I got one of these on the shelf back there. I think I got the 240 version now. It seems to be pretty good, pretty stable little cooler. There ain't no RGB or nothing like that. If you've seen any of my videos, I kind of go for performance over looks. Looks is kind of second nature to me. But, it'll definitely be enough to keep that 12700K nice and cool. For the motherboard, you don't have much choice. If you're going with Alder Lake, you're going with a Z690 motherboard. DDR5, still ain't going to find it. And if you do find it, you're paying $2,000 for a 16 gig kit, which definitely ain't worth it because there ain't no performance gains over DDR4 yet in it. It's about the cheapest Z690 motherboard I could find. We got the Gigabyte Z690 UD DDR4, which is the 1700 socket. You gotta have the 1700 socket to go along with that Alder Lake build. It does run DDR4. Seems to be a pretty good little solid board. It's got decent reviews for how many they've sold or how many people have actually wrote reviews on it. And being the newest, Intel still have a lot of problems with the older Lakes. And going with motherboard like this, you're stuck on DDR4. Once DDR5 comes back into stock, still ain't gonna be able to use DDR5 with this motherboard. But if you have to have the older Lake system now, you want to be the early adapter, you want to be the test money for Intel. That's about the only choice you got right now is the Z690. You gotta go with the top end. They still haven't released the B690s or 680s or 660s, I guess they'll call them. So you have to have the 690. Like I said, that is about the cheapest one that was listed on PC Port Picker anyways. For $200, and that's even through B&H there in the U.S. For the memory, we stuck with my the RAM that I use constantly. GeForce RTX 5 series, 32 gigs. If you're going with Alder Lake, you shouldn't be below 32 gigs in my opinion. It's only 3200 megahertz speed. Intel, they ain't as picky as what AMD is. So 3200 megahertz speed for 16 gigs, you're going to do fine within the RAM category. Yeah, and it's proven to work with most systems. Even AMD even likes the G-Skills for some reason. So why not throw it into an Intel build, right? And of course you're going with the Alder Lake, going with the newest one out there. So you might as well get you a nice fast NVMe drive. It is only 1 terabyte. Yes, I said only 1 terabyte. It's the only storage in the system. But this thing comes with outstanding reviews from anybody that's wrote a review. If you've seen any other YouTubers use this drive, it's a Seagate Barracuda 530M. Basically one of the fastest ones out there. For $189.99. Not a bad price, I guess, for one of the fastest NVMe drives out there. It is Gen 4 times 4. There ain't a whole lot to talk about it. What kind of speed regeneration we got? Read speeds up to 7,300 megabits per second. Write speeds is up to 6,000 megabits a second. So, yeah, it's pretty fast drive. Like I said, you've been on a brand new system on Alder Lake. You might as well get the fastest that you possibly can. And $190 ain't too bad for a 1 terabyte drive. But on new, I guess it used to be $244, and now it's down to $189, so it's pretty good savings. Don't know if them prices is exactly right or not, but that's what they're saying anyways. For the case, I picked the Be Quiet Pure Base 500. This is the white model. It does have tempered glass side panel. Be Quiet is known to have nice quiet systems, as far as the cases go, as far as the fans and everything go. It's about a $100 case, which, comes with 2 fans installed. I think that would be fine and be plenty for the Alder Lake build, because you do have the all-in-one that you'll be putting in the top of it or in the front of it. I think this one can do on top. I think you can do the 280 on top, I believe. I mean, it's a good looking little case, and even with the front panel, the way it looks like it's got plenty of airflow on the 2 sides and right underneath the front of it. I think it'll be a pretty solid case for the build. $85 for the case. It's actually pretty quiet, pretty cheap for a Be Quiet case. But I thought that would do pretty good. And I don't want to just keep using the same cases over and over again in these builds. Now this one may be a little bit questionable. If you don't know, the PSU for the whole system is the Superflyer Legion Gold HX 750 watt 80 plus gold. And Superflyer makes a lot of the power supplies for other companies. They're one of the major PSU manufacturers in the world, actually. You know, a lot of your other manufacturers, they'll actually go through Superflyer to get the PSUs made to be able to put their branding on. You know, 750 watt, 80 plus gold rating, so it's going to be pretty efficient, hopefully. 750 watts is more than enough for the system. Plus, if you go to upgrade your GPU or something, that 750 watt will definitely give you more than enough to be able to upgrade. One thing, where's the picture at on it? I would suggest, I ain't showing them in these pictures. But Superflyer itself, I think they got pictures of it on this thing. Yeah, if you look at these cables, they ain't the prettiest. Oh, excuse me. They do have some of the cables, like your PSU, for your GPU cables. They do have red ends on them instead of the black, so they ain't exactly black cables. They do have ketchup and mustard for your 24 pin and your 8 pin. So you may want to add, you know, $15, $20 to the build. Get you some Asian horse sleeve cables to go along with it, which I didn't add into the price for the day. It's just a recommendation. You know, you may want to get some extensions or something to, where you won't have all that ketchup and mustard shining through. But for 750 watt for $68, it is a really good price for 750 watt gold, 80 plus gold certified power supply. Yeah, it's a power supply. There ain't a whole lot more to say. Like I said, if you look on PC port picker here, scroll up here, it actually tells you only need about 484 watts. So that 750 will be more than enough for this system. And again, at 750, if you want to upgrade that power, the GPU in the future, or get you a 12900K, you should have more than enough headroom to be able to do so. And be able to have graphical out, we got the Zotac Gaming GeForce RTX 3060 Twin Edge OC. And right here's the majority of the price, which is no surprise. It's actually, you can buy it right now on Amazon for $926. I don't think this is. I think this is through Zotac, because it does have the button to visit the store for Zotac. I don't think it's actually Amazon's warehouse that has this, but it is. It looks like it's through Zotac stores. So, and because the PC port picker, you know, I guess you could always go in and add your own prices on eBay or whatnot. You ain't gonna get this thing any cheaper on eBay than what you can get it right here for $926. Let's see what they go for on the eBay. Was that 3060? Yeah, RTX 3060. RTX. Oops. 3060. 3070, 3060 Ti's for about $800. There's the exact same one actually going for $600. So you may be able to save you a couple $100 by going through eBay. But again, this is a used one compared to the new one. There's the other Zotac 3060 Twin. Buy it now for $833. That's actually cheaper than what Amazon's selling it for. Let's go up here to advanced. See what these things is sold listings. 3060 Ti for $950, 3060 Ti for $849, $828, which they're still way overpriced. Dell OEM non-LHR is going for $1,300. 3060 Ti, 3060 Ti. Jonathan, you're in the house, buddy. Welcome in. Hi, Dave. How's the truck days going? Too many of them, buddy. Too many of them. Too many of them. Just now getting back to work for the last few weeks, last 3 weeks or so. So yeah, they're going. Driving my life away. Yeah, the life of a trucker, right? But everybody's got to make a living somehow. This YouTube thing ain't paying off for me too well yet, so yeah, still I'll be driving them trucks, spinning them big wheels. But complete total of the system's about $2,074. Like I said, you may, with that power supply, you may want to get some sleeve extensions just because of the ketchup mustard on them and the red ends on them, just to make the system look a little bit better. And apparently, if you go through and get you a used 3060 off of eBay, you may be able to save you $100 or so compared to what Amazon's got that one listed for $1,000, which would be a good thing. MT Coiner's in the house. Welcome, MT. Hello, Dave. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good, buddy. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate the support. I hope you're doing well up there where you're at. All right, on. Hope the channel grows. It's growing pretty good, actually. We've done pretty good this week as a community, which we're going to get into next here. Loudmouth, you're in the house, buddy. Welcome in. When can we get our hands on a 3090 Ti? 2025. That's my prediction. 2025. I'm going to say that's going to be about the earliest. There is rumors about the 3090 Ti that we went over today. But they don't really give a release date, which the link's in the description if you actually want to read through a little bit more than what I went over just a little bit ago about it. But they don't have a release date for it, which it is a rumor. And with rumors, you gotta, open up a wound and dump some salt into it. They didn't give no kind of release date or when they thought it was coming out. Which 3090 Ti is kind of stupid when they're saying now, which I also went through a little bit ago, that the RTX 40 series is supposed to be coming out Q1 of 2022. But they don't really give a estimated arrival date on it. 5% improvement for a sale price of around $1,500 US. But I'm gonna say somewhere around 2025, 2026. Maybe 2030. Maybe you can get your hands on one. It's still in the rumor stages. Nvidia never said they was coming out with it. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see what they end up with. So yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. GPU market's all screwed up, which we all know. See what comes of it. But that's kind of the PC for a picker list I put together for this week. It's an older Lake build utilizing the 3060. I think it'd be a pretty solid system for $2,000 or thereabouts. I don't think you can go wrong if you're actually looking to get into older Lake build. Hope the supply conditions is better then. Yeah, I don't know if you've been around the channel much or not, but You know, they say the shortage is because of chips and whatnot. I don't think it has anything to do with it. Once the crypto mining boom's over with, you're going to be able to get your hands on GPUs. They've been producing more GPUs this past year than they've ever done in the past. I think the miners just got them ate up. And once they go to that proof of stake instead of proof of work, I think you'll be able to get your hands on all the GPUs you want. And that is rumored to go into effect sometime next year. Hopefully it's going to be Q1. I heard rumors of Q1 is supposed to be going into it. So that'd be somewhere between January and March that they go to proof of stake instead of proof of work. But that's just speculation as well. So we'll have to, I guess, bite the bullet. Like I mentioned earlier, Jensen said that that he wasn't expecting any relief on the chip shortage till 2023. It's too hot for December. It was 70 degrees 2 days ago. No snow, no rain, and no ice. It's going to be a very bad fire season. Yeah, that it is. I'm also hitting that down here in West Virginia. For December, the other day, it was like 65 degrees out down here. We did have rain, but that's still awful strange for West Virginia weather in the middle of December. Usually by now we're a couple inches deep in snow and ice, and it's going to be a very bad fire season, definitely. Yeah, I really don't want snow and ice either, but yeah, I'd rather have that than the fires. Jonathan agreed. What's your take on DDR5 RAM? I was asked that a couple weeks ago. DDR5, it's new technology, way overpriced. No better than what DDR4 is. It's just like when DDR4 came out, replacing DDR3. Yes, it had higher cache latency with the faster timings, but it took a year, maybe a couple years, to be able to develop to where it was actually better than what it was replacing. DDR5 is the same way. Right now, the only platform that utilizes DDR5 is Alder Lake, which Ryzen will get into probably next generation they come out with, which hopefully pretty soon. But from what I've been seeing, that people have been able to get their hands on it and do testing and whatnot with it, it ain't no better than DDR4 right now. It needs time to mature and for them to be able to see what they can push it to. I think it will be good, but it needs some time to develop and for the engineers of it to be able to get their hands on it and see how they can actually improve it before it's actually worth looking at. And right now you can't buy it. Last time I seen DDR5, you have, it was like $1,200 for a 16 gig kit on Corsair on Newegg. Yeah, the price is a bit too high right now. Yeah, and it was for DDR4 too. I don't know how long you've been around computers or whatnot, but whenever DDR3 first launched, DDR4 first launched, they was overly priced. And like I said, there's no real difference between the performance right now of what the previous generation gave you. Just like Alder Lake, it's a brand new kind of development. It's brand new kind of chips. It needs time to be able to mature some and get the kinks worked out of it. DDR5 is the same way. Hopefully within a year or so, hopefully they can get the kinks worked out of it. They can get, along with them faster speeds, hopefully they can get that cache latency down and even faster speeds out of it. But we'll have to see what they can do with it, and over time they will improve it. It's just it's new technology, it's fresh out of the gate. You know, like anything else that's new and fresh out of the gate, you know, they need time to work on it. And that's why I say if you go into the new stuff, like the older lake chips and stuff like that, you're a test bunny. Um, Basically, you know, you're a test bunny. You report back to them with what the issues is and this and that, and they work on it. That's why I've never been an early adopter. If you go back and look through my channel, there is nothing on the first gen Ryzen processors. It was a new technology and needed time to mature before I adopted into it, which was my 2400G build that I did. But it took some time for them to develop into what they could possibly push the new technologies to. And DDR5 is the same way. You know, it's a new technology. They need some experience with it. And the early adopters is the test bunny. You know, they're the ones reporting back at the issues and whatnot. And yeah, that's kind of my take on DDR5. Like I said, I think it's gonna be great, but you know, how many years did it take them to get DDR4 to where it's at? You know, if you recall when it first came out, it was the same way. You know, it wasn't no better than DDR3 memory. But over the years that it was out there, they was actually able to improve on it. Welcome to technology, huh? MT Corner, how's your hunting doing up there, buddy? You still out there getting them, banging them big bucks? As far as the channel goes this week, we did pretty good. It looks like we've got, let me see how I do this. I forget how to do this. In the last 7 days, we got 22 new community members in the last 7 days. That's pretty good. I think our best was 20. Besides when someone gave me a shout out on Reddit and I got a bunch of subscribers, but I think that's pretty good. It's pretty good for the growth of the channel. If you're one of the new subscribers, welcome to the community. I'm glad you guys decided to join. DDR5 launch made DDR4 kits go down in price a bit. I picked up 64 gigs of 3200 megahertz for $180. Hey, that's a great deal. I got a 16 gig 3200 megahertz kit for $150. Yeah, and anytime new technology comes out, and that's why a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people in the tech space, including myself, that's why you need competition in the space. You know, it's just like when Alder Lake came out, it's pushing down the price of the 5000 series or Ryzen 3 series of AMD. You know, when there's competition, it's a good thing because we all, you know, us end users are the one that makes out on it. That's a pretty good deal for $180 for 64 gigs of RAM. I'm actually thinking about updating my system. We got 32 gigs in there now, which is all right. But I'm thinking about buying another kit of mine to match up with, just take it up to 64, just because I can. But we'll have to see what happens with it. Hunting season's over. They did implement a muzzle loader season this year, but I don't have a muzzle loader. Well, I hope you got your limits of bucks this year. Hopefully you can help control that deer population. I hope some of the hunters around here help control ours, because our deer population is pretty crazy right now. $16 gigs, 3600 megahertz for $100. That's a good deal too. But we got 22 new community members, so if you're new to the community, welcome in. Glad you decided to join. If you're hanging out, and if you're hanging out with me here today, I really appreciate it. And I don't know why, but as far as the views for the channel goes, they have been skyrocketing here lately. Of course, if you live in the U.S. here lately, we've Just came off a 4-day weekend last weekend for the holiday. But the views is up pretty good. Actually looked into the analytics, and the analytics saying more people, Google's pushing my content more than what YouTube is. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for the channel. But it'll work out, I guess. It is what it is. Excuse me. This week's video coming up will be, it's still kind of into the BIOS. I know I'm going to try to get away from doing so much within the BIOSes. They seem to do the best for the channel well. But this week coming up, it will be the Asus Prime X470 RAM overclocking guide inside the BIOS. Which I want to talk about that here in a little bit. But then after that, we got Vega 11 versus Vega 7, the APUs. You know, kind of tested the newer Vega 7 graphics against the Vega 11 graphics. And then after that, we have how to know when or what to upgrade on your gaming PC. Like I said, you know, a lot of the channel was based on going into the BIOS and updating CPUs, RAMs, updating BIOSes. But that's all good and fine, you know. But a lot of them's a one-off thing, you know. People that search for that kind of information, they find it, and then they don't want to subscribe. You know, nobody wants to just subscribe to that channel that's going to repeat the same information, just using different motherboards. Which I'm aware of. But I plan on coming up with some different content. I got a lot of ideas in my mind for the channel. Like I said, we got Vega 7 versus Vega 11, which is 5600G versus 2400G. I got know when to upgrade your PC, gaming PC, or how to know what needs an upgrade. That one's coming up. I also got mines that you know, kind of give you my take on how to build a balanced PC, which I'm not really one to talk with that because I've got a 3950X with the 2070 Super. You know, 3950X CPU should have a lot better on 2070 Super. I just can't see putting out the money for a better GPU at the prices right now. How about RAM timing tutorial? I think it's a good topic. The timing on the RAM, we could probably cover something like that. I actually put up a poll the other day, or put it up in the community feed about ideas for what you guys would like to see. RAM timings. You mean as far as what's the best timings for RAM kits on particular motherboards and stuff like that? We could cover something like that. Maybe go to the BIOS, mess around with the timings and see if we can get any better performance by doing the timings better than what the DOCP or what the XMP sets them at. Maybe we cover something like that. I know I got a comment a while back, and I answered them back that it'd be too long of a video. Someone wants me to do a complete breakdown of a BIOS with a Gigabyte B450 MDS3H motherboard BIOS. There is so much in them BIOSes. So much that could be changed. So much that you could actually tweak to be able to get a little bit better performance out of them. And a lot of it, if you go into the BIOSes, if you notice my BIOS videos or my overclocking videos, you know, I throw the disclaimer up that, you know, this is a tutorial, it's a how-to. If you decide to do this, you take on full responsibility. There's a reason why I throw that out there. There is certain things in them BIOSes, if you go in there poking around too much, you can mess up your system. You know, the BIOS of a motherboard is pretty picky. You know, you could actually, you know, flip the wrong switch or click on something you don't mean to click on. It could break your motherboard. That's kind of why I've just stuck to the basic as far as what the you know, overclocking the RAM and the CPU is, because it's pretty easy. And most of them settings, if you reset your BIOS, it will go back to factory reset, and it will take away all them settings. But there's some settings in there, if you manually put them on, there is no reset to them. And a lot of people are just now getting into computers and trying to overclock and stuff like that. Really don't need to be into poking around too much. Yeah, from what I saw on your forums, RAM timings is a bit complex, but I think I can attract an audience. Yeah, it's a possibility. Since not many new into PC now know much about it. It's a possibility. I'll look into it and maybe cover a little bit more on the timings of the RAM than what I have been. Normally, most of my RAM overclockings, I just go in and tell you how to set up XMP, or tell you to put in the same numbers XMP tells you to put in. You get a little, you know, and undervolting is a big thing right now. You know, maybe I'll show you how to undervolt on them. Which means it cuts down on the power usage, and they ain't quite as hard to, you know, they don't take as much cooling to cool off the components as well. But yeah, I'll take that into consideration and see about putting a video out on something like that. I'm always up for video ideas, you know. If you guys watch any of my videos and something comes across your mind you'd like to watch me put out, put it in the comments. We'll be more than welcome to look into it, maybe do a video on it. Like I mentioned earlier, you know, I'm a little bit behind on comments as far as the channel goes. I think I got about 7 or 8 of them I gotta catch up with, which I'm hoping to get caught up on them either this afternoon or tomorrow. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I got about 8 of them that I need to get caught up on. They ain't real old, but I do try to answer back to the comments as fast as I can. Nice, thanks, Dave. Well, you're welcome, Jonathan. Appreciate the video idea. But the guy that wanted the full breakdown of the B450 BIOS, there's way too much in there, and there's too much in there that could really mess up your system. And you know, I don't know if I want to take on the responsibility of that. You know, even with that little thing that I throw out at the beginning, you know, this is a tutorial or a how-to. You hold full responsibility. Somebody writes me back and says that they messed up the system because they did, I'm still going to feel bad. You know, I do try to, you know, the videos I put out, I try to help people. You know, I want you to get the most performance out of your computer components. You know, that's why I do the videos that I do. But yeah, I don't know about poking around that BIOS too much. I know a good bit about them, and there's a lot there to teach. But I care too much too. But I can take something like that into consideration and see. Dive a little bit deeper into them RAM timings. Tell you what, I'll go ahead and add that to my honeydew list of videos. Scroll down here. Yeah, if you guys want to see how I do this here's my video ideas. And some of the videos that some of the videos that's coming up in my mind. Oops, it's white, real white. I don't want white, I want black. I want black writing. There we go. RAM timings. There we go. Whenever I get an idea or something I may look into about a video, I kind of put them down here in my ideas section. Then I do some research, see how good they do on YouTube, see what kind of, how many people was actually looking for them and whatnot. Then I make up my mind if I'm going to actually do it or not. But yeah, that's what that is. That's kind of my secret sauce, a little bit behind the scenes there. You gotta go, Dave. Have a nice stream. All right, Jonathan, thank you for coming in, hanging out with me for as long as you have, buddy. Appreciate the idea. I will put some thought into that. But that was just a little bit behind the scenes the way I do it. When anytime I come up with a video idea or somebody leaves a comment, I throw it over there on that Word document, and I do a little bit of research on it when I have time to do so. And depending on what Google or YouTube says about the topic, pretty well determines if I do it or not. Also, I did order something new today. Well, just came up in a live stream quite a while ago. I don't know if I could do this without giving away all my information or not. Man, it shouldn't be too bad doing it that way. But I did order me a Vitro V5 air cooler. Somebody kind of came up with that there a while back on live stream. So I'm gonna take a look at it. It's more than $25. It used to be about $25. Now it's up to about $30. So yeah, there will be some content coming up on it. I'll be doing the unboxing of it. I will be doing the install of it, temperature testing of it, and all that. That's something else to look forward to on the channel when I get it in. Like you can see, I just bought it today. Hit the buy button on it today. And next few weeks, videos are already planned out, already uploaded, so you can expect some content on that as well. Also, I was gonna put a poll up on the community feed about this, which I'm not one to much talk about because my system ain't balanced. I was thinking about doing a video on how to choose your balanced system, balance port for the computer building. Also, a breakdown of the tiers of the computer components and how you know what you should be comparing with what. But a lot of that comes down to your budget, and what you need is on a personal level. I run a 3950X with 2070 Super. The 3950X could handle a lot better GPUs than 2070 Super, but the 2070 Super fits my needs. I use those fairly often, perfectly acceptable coolers. Yeah, by the way, I understand they're pretty good. They're going to be a lot better than the stock heat sinks. And if you're into PC flipping, I think that's going to be a pretty good option cooler for you. For 25, 30 bucks. And a lot of my overclocking videos, I've said, especially when it comes to CPU, you need a better air cooler to overclock with. You get better performance out if you get a better air cooler put on. It's got good reviews. Like I said, there's been quite a few people mentioning it to me. By what I'm looking at on YouTube, it may not do the best for the channel, but it's worth covering, I think. I think they look a lot better than the stock heat sinks do. And unlike the Ergo Max cooler, where's it at? The box is back there someplace behind me. But that one there looks good, but it don't perform as good as the stock cooler does. But I think that one's going to do a lot better as far as cooling goes. Just because it's a five pipe heat design. And it does have the RGB on it. Of course, you know, everybody says RGB adds more frame rates to your games, so you can't go wrong with it. Actually, once that one comes in, or once they get a little bit more stable in my personal situations, I want to order a couple more coolers around the same price, and kind of do a shootout, you know, between 3 or 4 different ones around the same price tag. They perform as well as or better than the Hyper 212 Evo at lower prices. Actually, the Hyper 212, if you actually look those up, that's only a 4 heat pipe design. Which the Hyper 212 is the one I was looking at in that price point to compare it to. I got a Hyper 212 from years ago back there. I think I bought it in like 2014, 2015. I don't have the AM4 bracket for it. But I was actually looking at buying one of the blacked out Hyper 212s and kind of comparing against that. And what's the other one? Noctua's got the what is it? The Slim, I think. Noctua Slim. Which, oh, excuse me, I believe is about the same price. Oh, that's a lot higher. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, by looking at that, I thought that was a lot cheaper cooler, but it's about $60 cooler. So that wouldn't quite be fair. It's also 180 watt TDP. That's a Be Quiet. What's the Noctua Slim? I can't even imagine how low my frame rates would be if I didn't have all the RGB. Yeah, exactly. You know, that's what everybody believes anyways. What is it? Noctua. How the hell do you spell Noctua? There you go, Noctua. There it is. They got one that's a Slim or something, I believe, that's right around the same price. Maybe not. I thought they had one that was right around $30. I could be wrong. I thought for sure they had one around the $30 price tag. But anyways, I want to put that one, get like a Hyper 212, and maybe one of the better known CPU coolers around that price. There's one for $55, but that's still $30 higher, $20 higher. But kind of have a bit of a showdown, like $25 to $30 air cooler showdown. Of course, I'll do all the regular stuff. I'll do the unboxings of them. I'll do the install of them, temperature testing, and kind of have a shootout between the 3 or 4 different coolers. You know, give me quite a bit of content for the channel. I think it'd be interesting to see how that goes. Maybe get into buying just 120 fans, just switching out the fans on them. You know, see if it's the fans that make the difference. Because if you got 5 or 6 heat pipes come up, they also perform fairly well or fairly similar. Besides the fact of the fan, you know, the fan's going to be the big determining factor on them heat sinks. You know, so I'm thinking about getting into some of that kind of content. That one should be here this week sometime. I think they say the estimated delivery date's like on the 6th or something. But something like that coming up on the channel. But yeah, I got several ideas like that coming up. I got, you know, like I said, I want to try to get away from so much of the motherboard, so much of the overclocking of the CPU and the RAM overclocking on different motherboards. Which I don't know. I know a lot of the communities subscribe to the channel for that kind of content. But there's only so many different ways you can do it, even using different motherboards. And yes, them are the videos do the best for the channel. You know, everybody wants to learn how to do it, but once they learn, they don't subscribe. So I need to take that into consideration. I can't even imagine how low my frame rates would be. If I pull up, show you a little bit of something else that I do on a constant basis. Here's a little bit behind the scenes, what I end up doing. Here's the views for the last 28 days. If you look at what's got the most views on the channel, you're looking at how to update BIOS, how to overclock your RAM, how to update the BIOS, how to update the BIOS, update the BIOS, overclock your RAM, overclock CPU, RAM overclocking, which that's what the channel's been basically based around. And there's a lot of different videos on that on the channel. But I think I need to veer away from that and give people some kind of content that they'd rather come back and see and watch rather than that. Because like I said, you know, people watch them kind of videos, learn what they need to, and then they leave. You know, so I like to get into some different kind of content here on the channel. I've always been budget oriented. I've always looked for the best prices to performance. Things like the V5 make it possible. Yeah, I actually had a guy reach out to me probably 6 months ago, 8 months ago, and he said that his company represented the people that make the V5 and Dark Flash and stuff like that, and wanted to do some collaborations with me or send me components for videos. I did a little bit of research into them. I didn't like what I seen, so I told him no thank you. I'd rather buy the components. I'm not against collabs. I'm not against taking products for review. But with the way he talked, the company wanted to say and what was going to be put in the videos. And that ain't going to happen. You know, if they want to look at the video before it goes live to make sure I don't talk bad about the product, no. You know, my integrity ain't for sale. I'd rather spend the $50 or $100, $300, or whatever the price tag is on the component and give you my fair opinion as to how them to send it to me. That's just the way I do it. You know, I don't want them sending products to me and then saying, well, this is what you can say, this is what you can't say. Nah, that don't fly with me. My reviews and their reviews ain't going to happen that way here on this channel. Do how to overclock your monitor. Some people don't know you can do that. I could possibly look into that one. How to overclock your monitor to get what you're supposed to be getting out of it. I have to buy me a better monitor. But it's possible. We will add to my list here. And why I say I have to buy why I have to buy a better monitor? Because I run 60 hertz 4K monitors. I game at 60 hertz. You know, so I had to get a high refresh rate monitor to be able to show that. But it's a possibility. I don't know what, you know, if I go with like a 1080p monitor or something like that, which would be about the same as anything else. But I did add it to my idea list. Thank you, MT Corner, for the video idea. I mean, I get 120 or 144 hertz 1080p monitor fairly cheap anymore. So I could probably do something like that. I'd probably do really good because a lot of people are getting into high refresh rate gaming. And like you said, you know, a lot of people buying these 120, 140, 40 hertz monitors and not even realize they ain't even running at that because they ain't set it that out of the box. I also got a similar offer. They wanted me to pay shipping though. You know, I sent out a bunch of emails to a bunch of different companies a while back. You know, I went through Altair was one, Deep Cool, Corsair, you know, about collaborating with them. And I actually, I got a response from Noctua. They wanted me to, they wanted to give me a discount. They wanted me to give me a discount for, oh, excuse me. They wanted to give me a discount on the products, but I still had to pay for shipping. By the time I paid for the shipping, because Noctua is based in Australia, it wasn't no kind of discount. And if I'm willing to give them advertisement for the products, you know, give them views and whatnot, more people knowing about the product, you know, I just told them no thank you. And because of the shipping problems here in the U.S. right now, you know, I'd rather pay the money off, you know, from Newegg or Amazon or wherever I get it from. You know, the little discount they offer me just wasn't worth that much to me. Most 1080p 60 hertz monitors can be overclocked to 74 to 76 megahertz. Huh, really? Maybe I ought to check mine and see mine can be overclocked. Because mine's, yeah, I'll show you right here. This here's what mine's showing. I don't know how good you can see that on the stream. But I got a choice of 29.981 megahertz for 59.997 megahertz. Of course, that is a 3840 by 2160. And it depends a lot on your monitor as well. And this don't mention nothing about needing to be, or can be overclocked. But I'll definitely keep that in mind and see about doing a video on that, or maybe going through the control panel. I don't know. I mean, that'd definitely be through the monitor. That wouldn't have nothing to do with the system on the BIOS. That'd be through the monitor itself. I'd have to go through and see what I could do with it. Let's see what they would cost actually. Hold on. Let me get a Google window open up here. Let's see here. Let's go with a 1080 by 1920. Well, I guess I ought to put it that I need a monitor, huh? Oh, well, learn how to spell, Dave. Maybe you'll find it. Nope, didn't find it. I really messed that one up. Monitor. High refresh rate. I don't want all this shit. Let's see here. Well, I'll just have to go through here and go through components. They even listed on the components? Well, since I've had to look for monitors. Accessories. Nope, peripherals. There we go. Let's go with gaming monitors. Yeah, there we go. You have to set custom resolution and GPU software. Huh. Got to deal with the GPU software? Let's do with 144 hertz. I don't really care about the size. I mean, if it's for a video. I got 1080p, 298 of them, two of them at 2K, 4K, 173 of them. Then you get into all the widescreens and all that shit, they're going to be pretty expensive. What's 1080p? If you go into your resolution in the GPU software, wouldn't it still be limited to what the monitor can actually output? Wouldn't you have to change the settings inside the monitor to be able to actually see the difference? Feature, let's go lowest price, I'm cheap. 1080p, 24-inch, 144 hertz for $170. As long as you got an HDMI. It has to have at least an HDMI. That's the way I put it through the system to capture the screen. Open box. I don't care if it's open box or not. That don't matter too much to me. I ain't going to use it for a daily driver. $200 for, and God knows how many videos I can get out of it. Let's see, you got me curious now, MT. What do we need? Nvidia control panel, right? Let's see, adaptive settings, preview in mains 3D settings, configure surround, change resolution, 60 hertz. Nah, say that even in control panel does only give me 60 hertz or 30 hertz. It give me a resolution above what the panel set at. See, at least I am good. I got two of the matching panels for both the U2790. Yeah, it won't let me go any higher than the 60 hertz on my. Or that one's connected to display port. This one here is connected to HDMI. It still won't let me go up to what the panel will allow. Color settings. I ain't worried about color settings. Desktop color settings, rotation. Not usually. Most monitors are checked lower than what they can handle. I can even OC my smart TV once that I was using as a monitor. Really? Huh. I guess it all depends on the panel itself. Well, apparently AOC won't let me do anything higher than the 60 hertz. Even in Nvidia control panel, it won't let me go above the 60. Yeah, I could possibly pick up a higher refresh rate. Like I said, it's only $200-300. Maybe I could pick up and I could always use it later on for later videos and whatnot. Actually, I had a request a while back for doing setup videos. They do a complete setup. Well, I got one problem with complete setup videos. And most of them ain't complete setup. I look for a set custom resolution, then you manually set the numbers. I had somebody ask me about doing a setup for setup videos. And I don't really like doing setup videos just for the simple fact that setups is so personalized. Not everybody has the has the same taste. Nobody wants the same size monitor, you know. Keyboard the way you want your keyboard. If you want mechanical switches, if you're happy with a lesser than mechanical, you know, it will probably be in your Nvidia control panel. That's the problem I have with the setups. And the way uh the way setups is, they're so picky, you know, they're so adjusted to the person that wants to set up. That's why I've never done setups. And a lot of the setup videos out there is limited. You know, they don't include the desk, they don't include the chair, they don't include, you know, stuff like that. They also, you know, they may give you a 24-inch screen, but you do like a 27-inch screen. And it's kind of hard to do the setup type stuff. Set custom resolution. Just desktop color. Rotate display. View HDCP status. Set up digital audio. Desktop size and position. That surely wouldn't have nothing to do with it, would it? There's a refresh rate. Nope. Set up multiple displays. Video. Adjust video color. Just video image settings. Manage 3D settings. That shouldn't have nothing to do with it. Just image settings and preview. I don't know what I mean. I don't know if I'm on quality or if I'm on performance. And it looks good to me either way. Manage 3D settings. I don't think you could actually change any of these, I don't think. Max frame rate's off. What we got underneath it? Yes, even going up to that, it goes up to 1,000 frame rates. Is that what you're talking about, MT? I hate to hit the OK button because it may cancel the stream out. Whoops, what the hell did I do? How did I go to? There we go, maximum frame rate, off. Flip that to on. It's set to 58 right now, even though it's hitting 60. Now let's go with try 75. Hopefully it don't cancel us out. If I disconnect, I'll be back. Okay, there's 75. Let's see what we got. Let's see if we can change it now. Y'all still with me? Am I still live? Advanced. Refresh rate 60 hertz. Nope, didn't change nothing. Still only 60 hertz. Display 1, 59.997. Nope, still want them to go above 60. Nope, ain't gonna do her, MT. Yeah, right there, the Nvidia says max frame rate is 75. Multi-frame sampling, AA. Texture and vision. Typical buffing, vertical sync. Vertical reality. Who cares about VR? I don't. Image sharpening. Yeah, so even changing that up to 75, it didn't do no good. Still won't let me go beyond what the monitor let it go to. For some reason, that's saying 58 fraps. If I was home, I'd send you some screenshots on Twitter. Do a little research. You'll figure it out. You find a GPU software, set it manually, and then go set it in regular Windows. Huh. If you want to do that, bud, go over to the About page of the main page of the channel. There's a About section. Got my email. Just Dave's Techway at gmail.com if you want to send me some links or something later on. But I'll be right back, guys. I gotta take a little breather here. Alright, just like that, I am back. The bladder was getting a little full there. But that's some of the content you can expect to see coming up on the channel. I'll definitely look into that overclocking the monitor a little bit better. If I could get a higher frame rate on my monitor, that'd be nice, especially when gaming. But talking about gaming, let's jump over here and we'll boot up some PC Builder Simulator here. We are working on the IT expansion. So I guess apparently my little computer shop has turned me into an IT professional now. We played it for the last couple weekends, so I hope there ain't a whole lot of updates to it, if any. Shouldn't be. I fired it up this morning to make sure there wasn't no updates on it. But you know how computers are. There's always updates. Of course, Windows tell me it needs updated, but I don't care to update Windows too much. So we'll flip you guys over here. We'll take my ugly mug off the screen. You guys really don't want to see me, do you? Let me know if you guys want to see me in the shot. Here we go. PC Builder Simulator IT expansion. Well, maybe we'll play some games today. Oh, we'll have to see. Maybe it won't let me play no games today. Now, what's it doing? What is it doing? There it is. All right. I don't know why it did that, but what? It's acting funny today. All right, where was we? We got computers to work. Hey, looks like we got some new stuff. We got some new components here. I don't even remember where I left off at. It may take me a few seconds to figure out why I was at in the game. It's been a week. Okay. Manifest. Alright, give me my components. I don't care for that tablet thing they added into the game. I'd rather go through the emails. Let's see here. Just need to go to Infinity 4D running at recommended settings. They want to go to recommended settings on will it run. Might help, but still not sure on how to install it. Could you do it with a disk optimizer? Okay, yeah. A lot of BS up there. Booting the OS, Unify 4D is installed and working. PC, can it run Unify 4D? Run Bioback. Okay, let's do that one. We'll get that one done. At least they didn't ask for the dust to be cleaned out over it or nothing like that. We'll go ahead and install our little flash drive here because we know we're going to need that. Can it run and Bioback? Will it run? We need to install that one. Nope, don't want to restart. Bioback. Right there, we need to install that one. Okay, then we can restart. There we go. We'll restart and Bioback. Okay, let's see, will it run? And we need that Uniden 4 or whatever the hell they call it on this game. Uniden. Pass it up. I probably passed it up. I thought they was an ABC order. Maybe not. Hey, it can recommend the specs. Need another 8 gigs of RAM in it. Yeah, that ain't good. So we need to upgrade to at least 16 gigs of RAM. We'll go ahead and run this while we're in here. Please wait. Optimize complete. Okay. Ain't there a way to look at the PC specs on this? Nah, we'll go over the email. I know we can see PC specs over here. What we got? PC specs. We have HyperX Predator 4 DDR4 8 gigs. And the 16. So if I order one of those, I should be good, right? DDR4 at 8 gigs. Memory. Need 8 gigabyte stick. Man, I got a lot of them opened up. Predator. What was it? HyperX. So maybe if we go with HyperX, maybe we'll condense them a little bit. That what it is? HyperX Predator 2933. 2933. That'd be the one we need. So we will add to cart. And since we got free shipping, we'll go ahead and buy it now. And it should be over here. Bingo. I love the way I can cheat on the game a little bit. Don't have to worry about all the shipping. We'll turn it off. We will install the memory right there. We'll zoom in here a little bit, I guess. See if we can get these clamps opened up here. There we go. We will install it. Now we close the side panel. We power back on. Should be able to run her now. Should be good to go. Still have 3 people watching me, so I'm glad y'all still hanging out with me here while I play some PC Builder Simulator this weekend. Hope the weekend is finding you well. Okay, that should meet it. So we need to install Unifi. How the hell they spell that? UNIF. UNIF. Whoops, why ain't it typing? UNIF. There we go. We'll install that one. Yes, reboot. There we go. That should be it. That should be all we needed, right? That computer should be done. Place and delivery way. Well, first I need my flash drive back. They ain't getting my flash drive. Okay. Put that one back over here. That one is done. What else do we got here? We will get rid of that one. What's this? Wait, everyone from the brand is in our tech now. Girl, like busy work off stuff, but let's get back to together, my dude. Okay, we'll discard that one. I don't give a shit about all that. I must ask you to upgrade the RAM in my computer as the scriptures instruct. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Upgrade the RAM. How much RAM does he need? Convert into OS. Upgrade RAM. He wants Corsair Diamond Platinum 4 gigs. He does. Well, what kind of RAMs you run? He's only running 2 gigs? Really? Cheap ass company, anyways. At least give a guy a computer that can run what he needs to. What do you say, Corsair? Corsair. Whoops, wrong button. Corsair 4 gigs at 2666. He wants one of those. Okay. Same day delivery because it don't cost me nothing. Okay. There we go. This will be no game. Remove this piece of shit RAM for 2 gigs. And we're going to install this one right here because that's what he asked for. Just like so. We're going to power on. Alright, well, it looks pretty good to me. It can boot into the OS. Let's put the side panel back on it. And we will put it back into the delivery way. Alright, there we go. There we go. We will collect. We will collect our big paychecks. I like big paychecks. You like big paychecks? I like big paychecks. And there we go. $154 profit. Woohoo! Now we're rolling in the big money. What's this? Introducing Project Cash Money. I am Connie, Finance Director. I hear you're someone who gets things done. Well, not really. Let's see here. Make sure you can run Mugshot CC, recommended. Install MugC. And install wallpaper theme. Okay, so let's see if it can run Mugshot. Mugshot, where in the hell is Mugshot? Oh, there it is. Okay, what kind of computer they got? We'll flip this one, slide that one over a little bit there. We'll inspect the stats. I want to let that one come back up. Okay. I used to not do that. Will it run it? They want recommended specs, didn't they? Yeah, recommended specs. Okay, so PC stats, then bring this one back up. We need CPU 7600, a good neck, performance 1070 Ti. They need a better graphics card, I see. What kind of RAM they need? What kind of RAM do they got? Got 16 gigs of RAM, so they should be good on RAM. So they need a 1070 Ti with 8 gigs of RAM. Should be pretty easy to find, at least in the game. As long as you ain't looking for it in real life, you'll be alright. I wonder if they got some kind of small special case or something. I have ran into that on this one. That is an ITX case. I need a very small 1070 Ti. Graphics card. 1070 Ti. 1070 Ti. I need the shortest one I can find. What we got? 298, 279, 79, 67, 67. So the final dish is going to be the best one for them, it looks like. 276. I hope it fits into their computer. Okay, let's go get our graphics card over here. Alright. Then we will visit them off-site. Visit off-site. Look at my little red supposed to go boom, 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 boom. Boy, that was a fast trip. Okay, there's a piece. Oh, man, it's one of these funky cases. Really? Yes, I gotta take the fans off to be able to take the side panel off. Then I gotta take the top panel off. And get to it from this point. Okay, then we got graphics card. I want the 1070 Ti. Put that one back in there. Go ahead and put this, how'd that bracket go to? Top panel, PCI Express cover, padlock. That one. Put that one back in there, power it up. Make sure it can run. Oh, well, I guess it'd help if I put my flash drive in, huh? Flash drive into the back. There we go. Now we need Mugshot. Mugshot. CC. Install. We're going to install. Restart. Yes, please. There's still got a couple of you hanging out with me. Glad y'all hanging out with me on this weekend and enjoying a little bit of gameplay here. I got to put it back together. I hate these cases. I truly hate these kind of cases. Tell me I can't install that panel yet. That's why I hate these cases. These cases are a pain in the ass. Where's the other one go to? Didn't he have pans or something in the side of it I got to put back in? What they want? They want the wallpaper cache. So let's go with wallpaper. Select wallpaper. Let's install our wallpaper. They want cache wallpaper. They must think they make big money. Big money. Y'all want to see my ugly mug? There's my ugly mug. Now I ought to bring in the viewers right there. Just because I put my ugly mug on the screen, we'll get all kinds of viewers now. Cash. Cash? There's pennies. Is that cash? No, you ain't accessing my computer. I don't give permission to do that. I guess it'd be that one, I guess. I don't know. No, that one ain't it. This one. That looks more like cash. Fixed printer issues. I don't want to fix printer issues. The missing fans. I think I'll put the fans back on. That one's broken. That one ain't gonna do no good. Oh, well, they got one of the fans back. We do have to get our flash drive back out of here. Okay, then we gotta go over and beat on the printer. Beat on it, beat on it. Okay, power off. Power back on. There we go. It says incomplete case. But it's saying the fan that they gave me was broken. You son of a mother's. So I guess I gotta go buy another fan now. I wish they'd told me that before I came to the job that it needed a fan. Well, I guess I go get my little red sports car over here and go vroom vroom. Go back to the shop. Okay, back to the shop. Shop. And we need a 120 fan. Case fan. 120. That is a cases. I need case fan. 120 millimeter. What was that? Half away or something like that, they said. Ain't no sense to give them an upgrade if they don't want an upgrade. Let's go with cheapest price. I'm sure it's a cheap one. Right, there we go. I needed one of those. I need it today. I can't wait till tomorrow. Okay, there we go. Now we can drive back to the site. Boy, I'm glad I enjoyed my little red zoom zoom. Yeah, there we go. All right. Now, let's install case fan. Why won't let me install case fan? Install case fan. What's going on with this thing? Do I gotta remove the side panel again? Yes. Oh, I gotta take the top panel off of it. Really? Where's the other one at? Where's the other fan at? Where did the other fan go to? Maybe I gotta wait till I put it back together. Tell me I gotta take the fan back out. Now what in the hell? And they're saying I gotta remove a cable? Remove case fan. Case fan moves hot air from the inside of the PC to the outside, drawing it helpful cooling air. No shit. And I need to remove it. Put the side panel back on. Case fan. Why didn't they give me the good case fan? I know that thing had 2 case fans in it. Nah. Sometimes this game gets aggravating. Side panel dust filter. Does it have a dust filter or I'm missing? All right. What am I doing wrong here? I ordered a new fan. I picked up my new fan. I brought the new fan. Now it won't let me complete the case. Okay, I guess I'll go buy another fan. We're gonna go boom boom again. We'll get to go boom boom. Go boom boom. Boom boom. Boom boom all the way. Boom boom. Yeah, what was they called? Hathaways? One of those? We're gonna order about 5. Well, let's go with 10 of them. Maybe I can actually get one into, go into the core with me. All right, let's try that. Let's see what happens. Boom, boom. Get the drive. Install case fans. Look, I got a couple of them. They still won't let me complete it. You want to play an aggravating game? Missing cables? What cables is missing? And everybody wonders why they don't like a small RTX form factor to build. Connect. Yes, connect. Yes. Yes. Hello. Hello. Cable. Yes. Yes. Remove. Cabling. Yes. Am I doing something wrong here, guys? What the hell am I doing wrong? I need to connect the fan cable. Hello? Nah. Games. We'll go boom boom. Then we'll go boom boom back. Because I can't figure it out. No, I'm not into the day. I'll try to get this fan cable connected. I ought to pass it off on the night shift. Over a damn fan cable. Let's see here. What we got? What we got? Cabling. It still ain't letting me connect. Um. Now will it let me install it? Still ain't letting me install it. Why won't it let me install that? Nothing else is lighting up to click on. I'm going to try a different approach to it. We will put this back on. And we're going to put the top panel back on. Then we're going to put the case fans back in. They won't let me put the case fans back in. Why won't let me put the case fans back in? Anybody ever have one of these days? Now see, it hooks the cable up to that one. But when I put this one in, it don't hook up the cable. What the hell? What is going on? I do not understand. Connect cable. Why won't you connect cable? far as I know, they don't have a fan connector. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How in the hell is that? Talking about a glitchy fucking game. That's a glitch and a half right there. Am I crazy? Y'all see that? Incomplete case. How in the hell is that an incomplete case? Dust filter. Dust filter. Well, where is the incomplete case? I think this thing's screwy. I think it's screwing up on me. I don't remember removing the dust filter. Don't fit. Of course it don't fit because it's a complete case. Why is it an incomplete case? I don't know, guys. I can't figure it out. Operating. It's a working. Really? 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 Ain't that some shit? Ain't that something? That there is something. Okay. Collect. Yeah, you better be happy. You better give me a good review. Okay, what's up with this one? Missing ports. What's this missing? Okay, let's take it over here. We'll throw GPU in. Looks like GPU is missing out of it. Let's see here. GPU. I don't care. Well, we got 1060s, 960s, 580. Yeah, we'll throw the 580 in there. Now what the? I'm trying to keep my language under control. I am trying. I will not say that it's going well, but I will try. Dry bays? Who wants dry bays? Beauty bay? Who wants a damn beauty bay? I want that thingy there to close down. Saying missing ports. How is it got missing ports? No, no RAM. It don't have no RAM in it. Power down. Do we got any RAM? Guess we'll give her 8 gigs of RAM. What do you say? 8 gigs of RAM? 8 gigs of RAM. We'll give her 8 gigs of RAM. Power it on. And we'll put the side panel back on. And it boots into the Omega system. Alright, then we can take it over here to sell it. Don't know why, but I gotta put them in this closet over here to be able to sell them. Oh, whoops. Don't need that one. Okay, my shelf is empty. Any emails? No emails. Shop, don't need that one. Will it run? Don't need that one. What else do we got here? Looks like we're pretty well done with it for today. So, we can finish up today. Finish it up. Bargain basement delivery. Whatever that is. The 19th. Please wait. Going to what? I hate that damn tablet. I wish you could toggle it off, but it won't let it happen. C. Ain't gonna let me do it. Okay, what do we got? Who sent us what today? What did night shift push off on us? Still got 2 people watching me, so I'm glad you guys still joining me. I hope you're enjoying the content today. I think I want to wrap it up for today, guys. The game's getting a little aggravating to me, and I don't feel like being aggravated on this Saturday morning. Hope y'all enjoyed the live stream this week. There'll be one next week, and there will be videos up this week as well. If you like this kind of content, go down and do all that fun YouTube stuff down below. And with all that being said, y'all have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video or live stream. Y'all have a good day.